Welcome to this exciting journey into the life of one of history's greatest leaders, Salahuddin al-Ayyubi, known in the West as Saladin. His name resonates with tales of bravery, strategy, and, most importantly, mercy. In this presentation, we will uncover the story of how he rose to power and how his leadership not only changed the Muslim world, but also left a lasting impact on the Crusades and the city of Jerusalem. Salahuddin was more than just a military commander. He was a symbol of unity, compassion, and strategic brilliance. Over the next hour, we will delve into his early life, the pivotal battles he led, and how he managed to recapture Jerusalem, a city sacred to Muslims, Christians, and Jews alike. Through this story, we will learn valuable lessons about leadership, integrity, and how faith and strategy can coexist. Salahuddin was born in 1137 in Tikrit, a town located on the banks of the Tigris River in modern-day Iraq. He came from a Kurdish family and grew up in an environment where military skill and political maneuvering were valued. His father, Najm ad-Din Ayyub, served as a military leader under Zengi, one of the regional rulers at the time. But it was Shirkuh, Salahuddin's uncle, who played a key role in his life. Shirkuh was a general under Nur ad-Din, the ruler of Damascus, and he took Salahuddin under his wing from a young age. Salahuddin was trained in the art of warfare, diplomacy, and leadership. His early experiences in battle shaped him into a disciplined and intelligent commander. By his early 20s, Salahuddin had already gained a reputation for his skill and loyalty. As vizier, Salahuddin quickly established himself as a capable ruler, winning over the people of Egypt with his leadership and just governance. When Nur ad-Din passed away, Salahuddin found himself in a position to unite Egypt and Syria under his command, creating a powerful coalition that would soon challenge the Crusaders. The Muslim world at the time was fragmented. Various factions and rulers were more focused on internal struggles than on confronting the Crusader threat. This lack of unity had allowed the Crusaders to establish themselves in key strongholds, including Jerusalem, which they had captured in 1099. Salahuddin understood that as long as Muslims were divided, they could never hope to reclaim Jerusalem or push back the Crusaders. His vision was to unite the Muslim world under one banner, a coalition that could challenge the Crusader states and secure the holy city of Jerusalem. Salahuddin's first goal was to secure his position and resources. By consolidating Egypt and Syria, he had both the manpower and wealth to launch a campaign against the Crusaders. However, his vision was not merely a military one. Salahuddin believed in the principles of justice and mercy, qualities that would distinguish him from other leaders of his time. One of the most pivotal moments in Salahuddin's campaign against the Crusaders came in the summer of 1187 at the Battle of Hattin. The Crusader forces, led by King Guy of Lusignan, were lured out of their stronghold in Tiberias, drawn by the desire to relieve the besieged city of Hattin. What they didn't know was that Salahuddin had planned this move carefully. The Crusaders marched through the blistering heat of the desert with little access to water. They were exhausted, dehydrated, and demoralized by the time they reached the plains near Hattin. Salahuddin's forces, well-rested and strategically positioned, surrounded the Crusaders. It was a brilliant tactical move. The Crusaders were trapped and had no choice but to fight in the worst possible conditions. Salahuddin's forces attacked with precision, and the result was a devastating defeat for the Crusaders. Thousands were killed, and those who survived were captured. The Battle of Hattin was more than just a military victory. It marked the beginning of the end for Crusader rule in the Holy Land. Salahuddin's careful planning, his ability to lure the Crusaders into a trap, and his strategic use of the terrain ensured his victory. This battle changed the balance of power in the region. With the Crusader forces devastated at Hattin, Salahuddin now had a clear path to Jerusalem. In October 1187, his forces laid siege to the holy city. The Crusaders, realizing they could not hold out for long, began negotiations with Salahuddin. But this moment was significant for another reason. While the Crusaders had brutally massacred the inhabitants of Jerusalem when they captured the city in 1099, Salahuddin took a very different approach. He offered generous terms to the city's defenders. The Christian inhabitants were allowed to leave peacefully, and those who could not afford the ransom were even freed by Salahuddin himself. He ensured that the city's Christian holy sites were respected, and there was no mass slaughter or looting. This act of compassion elevated Salahuddin to legendary status, both in the Muslim world and beyond. It also marked the end of nearly a century of Crusader occupation of Jerusalem. Salahuddin's handling of the city after its recapture set him apart as a leader who understood that victory was not just about military success, but about showing humanity and mercy. Salahuddin's legacy is one of the most enduring in both the Muslim and Christian worlds. His name became synonymous with chivalry, honor, and justice. Even his enemies, such as Richard the Lionheart, spoke of him with respect. Salahuddin's ability to combine military prowess with a sense of justice and mercy made him a unique figure in history. His campaign against the Crusaders, particularly his recapture of Jerusalem, set a new standard for leadership and compassion in times of war. Salahuddin's reign was characterized by his efforts to unite the Muslim world, not just through force, but through diplomacy and mutual respect. He was able to bring together disparate factions that had long been divided and redirect their energy towards a common goal. His ability to inspire loyalty in those around him was key to his success, and his vision of a united Muslim front against the Crusaders helped to create a more stable and unified Middle East. After his death in 1193, Salahuddin left behind a legacy of leadership, mercy, and unity. He did not amass wealth for himself, and it's said that upon his death, there was not enough money in his treasury to cover the cost of his funeral. He was remembered not only for his victories in battle, but for his character and moral integrity. Salahuddin's ability to balance strength with compassion has inspired countless leaders throughout history. His life and legacy remind us that true power lies not in conquest alone, but in the wisdom and kindness we show even to our enemies. His life story is a testament to the power of faith, leadership, and the pursuit of justice. In conclusion, Salahuddin al-Ayyubi stands as one of history's greatest leaders, not only because of his military achievements but also because of his deep sense of justice, mercy, and honor. His life is a reminder that leadership is about more than just power. It's about using that power wisely, with a sense of responsibility and compassion for others. Salahuddin's victory over the Crusaders and his recapture of Jerusalem are stories of both strategic genius and profound humanity. Even today, his legacy serves as a source of inspiration for people around the world, regardless of their faith or background. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the life of Salahuddin al-Ayyubi. May his story continue to inspire future generations to lead with wisdom, courage, and integrity.